Greetings, salutation, my friends. My name is Hutchins. I'm a writer by trade and a gamer unpaid. Today, we're here to talk about the gargoyles. In the land of Conflictus, they guard the city of Surgard. They guard it by using water manipulations with the water well springs that are found and built within the city. This they'll be able to easily manipulate to be able to make shieldings for people they protect, or they can blast people with water, among other abilities. In appearance, they appear very humanesque, so they stand on 2 feet. Well, they stand on their claws, and they have 2 arms with claws at the end of them. Their face is very humanesque. However, they have bat-like features to it, so they might have like a bat nose, or they'll have bat-like eyes, or the really big ears. You can picture what I'm talking about, right? The other thing that's unique from the gargoyle is the horns they'll have in their head. They could have the typical style you can think of, or they could have spikes all through on top of their skull, or it could shape around the face. There's a lot of different kinds. The other key feature of a gargoyle is the bat-like wings that sprout out of their back, so they're able to fly around and patrol the city that way. How they manipulate water is their skin is fish-like scales, so the water can freely flow across their skin. Now, the only other feature I can think of is some of them have, or most of them have, tails, which again vary from gargoyle to gargoyle. Usually it's more lizard-esque than anything else, but not uncommon for it to be, might be a club, it could be a spade at the end of it. But yeah, it's really the gargoyles in a nutshell. Not much to them. I suppose I can tell you of one gargoyle that we meet along the way, which is a gargoyle by the name of Somdor. Somdor exemplifies one of the traits of what happens with a gargoyle. Because you see, gargoyles, when they first come into being, they're through a very specific ritual, which I'll talk about another time. They're made from stone. So their parents kind of craft them. And when, at the end of it, they come out as stone. And when they finally find their spark in life, that's when they shed their stone skin. Somdor, who is considered to be a fully grown gargoyle at this point, and way past when he should have, still has a stone skin. And it's believed it's because he's really, really lazy. To the point where he's completely fallen asleep during meetings. He's had to be covered by his sister Vitala on several occasions. However, for some reason, he finds a little bit of a I'm not going to say inspiration, but like an interest in Xerxes' company. And it's partly when Donald and Mulesnell are outside. Donald had just walked away from a fight with some other with the head of Surgard Security about a choice they had made, and he needed to cool off. So he starts playing his pipe, and Mulesnell starts playing his instrument, which, if you read the book Scars and Scales by J. Hutchins, you'll know what that instrument is. So Somdor, once hearing this, was like, they played so beautifully that he came off of his perch that he was sleeping on and started playing with them with his instrument, which you will have to read to figure out what his is. Comment below. That's what I'll do. Yeah, here we go. Comment below if you can tell me what Somdor's instrument is and Mulesnell's instrument is. Bonus points for you if you can do that. Anyway, so he ends up joining in their little trio, and they're surprised by his playing as well. and they end up hanging out in the city of Sorgard over the next couple days. And when it's finally time for the conflict that happens outside the city, in which he calls an evacuation, Sandro decides to stay behind with Xerxes' company. Now, what specifically happens during that war, that battle and everything else, you'll have to read the book to figure that out. So, I think that's all there is to that. If you've been watching my videos or my TikToks for the last couple ones I have done, you might notice that there was a pattern since book blurb. Because I mentioned on book blurb at the end what makes up his company, or who makes up his company. And I just went in order of which one I said in order. Coincidentally, it's also who and when each one came into his company. So I hope you've liked this so far. There'll be plenty more videos about the world of Magic Totem. I hope this interests you to read the book. And yeah, that's it. So I'll either see you the next time, or the time after that, or never. Bye-bye.